Well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. It's a pleasure to be back with you tonight, continuing to deliver spring football recaps. It seems like once I get done doing spring football recaps, then we start doing fall football previews. So we kind of tied them all in to one a little bit if you could. I know there's going to be media days, and stay tuned for information on all of that. I don't know what's coming up, going on where, but we'll keep you up to date on all of that. Tonight, joining me, though, is a gentleman that I tell you what, him and I have. He's been on broadcast with me before. He's current head football coach at Cocoa Beach, the athletic director at Cocoa Beach. We're going to talk to him about that as well. And I always enjoy my conversations with the one and only Coach Ted Kimmey. Coach, welcome here to back to Brevard Sports Network, I should say. How's your summer treating you so far?
I've already been on a cruise, so
there you go.
It can't be too bad. No, man, we got back over the weekend and getting ready to start summer workouts. So no rest for the weary.
No, I hear you, Coach. And how'd you enjoy your cruise? Did you enjoy it?
It was good. Have you ever done MSC?
I did. What does MSC stand for?
I don't even know. It's like
I did NCR is what I did. So no, I didn't do it. I didn't do that one. But
it was good. It was our first time on an MSC ship. We normally do like Royal Caribbean and stuff like that. But
right.
It went a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and so it was an awesome trip. And obviously, I have 2 teenage kids, so they got to bring friends with them. So it was a good time.
There you go. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Hope the family is doing well. All right, Coach, let's talk spring football. Your program has undergone a lot of changes, and we'll get to those in a second. When you showed up day one, I mean, I know you got a grip on your program, but when you showed up day one, what were your expectations? What were you hoping to see? What did you see?
Well, I do think the most important thing we can do for Cocoa Beach is I was so surprised and just blown away by the amount of alumni support, the traditions, the history of the program. So I think just my goal was really just to revive that, number one, and number two, just make our community proud, because it is so, tied into the football side of it. And so we're headed in the right direction, but as you know, things take time. So
right.
I do always think back to our time at the team down south down there when I was at Satellite. But I got there in 2014, and I mean, we didn't really achieve any greatness or make history until 2021. I mean, it's
right.
Almost 7 years. So
yes, sir.
I know that we're doing the right things every single day for our Minutemen, and as long as I know that, like, I can sleep at night, and I know eventually, the dam will break and the momentum will swing in the Beach's favor.
Absolutely, Coach. You got some fantastic athletes over there. I was looking at what Coach Brian did with the baseball team this year, and I mean, and it just goes. You got really good student athletes over there. All right, so when you showed up for day one of spring football practice, what were your expectations, and what did you find?
Yeah, I think we're in a little bit of a huge transition phase in the program right now, because we are so excited to welcome back Coach Max Amato to the Beach. Obviously, he's an alumni. He's been in New York for a little while with his fam, and but he's going to be back down here in June as our new defensive coordinator, and to welcome him back is going to be a complete game changer for our program. But he wasn't at spring football, so he couldn't be there. He was there in spirit, but we were still able to install all of the terminology and the base fundamentals and the core of what he wants our defense to be. And so, like, without him there, it was a little bit of a weird spring, but I will say, like, the kids busted their tails, and we got so much in offensively and defensively, way more than we thought, just because of the weird transition that we're in with our coaching staff. So I was kind of in the place of Coach Max. I was running the defense for him. We would have kind of daily calls about what we wanted to do the next day. So I know he feels excited that the core of what he wants our defense to be is there and it's ready for him to kind of take it and run with it. So it was a fantastic spring. The kids did amazing, and I'm just looking forward to building on it this summer.
Max is coming back plus one. Plus one. Yeah, Max is coming back. I can't wait.
Right.
I love Max. And, of course, Max was over at Uberzati for quite a while. And I've always had a great relationship with him and his lovely wife. And I can't wait to meet their child. So, all right. Yeah. That's right. All right, Coach. So who was it for you that stood out, or tell me about some of your players that you're looking forward to guiding and coaching through fall camp and into this coming year?
Yeah, so we are. I won't give it all away, but we are transitioning in our offensive scheme as well. That made the spring a little interesting too, because again we're transitioning to new schemes, new coaching staff, and so it created a level of uncomfortability, but also excitement at the same time. And the guy that really stood out offensively is our quarterback Ryan Rodgers. So he's going to be a senior, and we're going to be running the option, Alan. I'm getting back to my West Point Army roots, and
Love it.
The triple option will be alive and well on the beach. So Ryan's going to be the with any good option offense, you need a quarterback that can not only make the right reads but also is dynamic. So he's that guy for us, and so he really stood out. Nathan Sherwin, he played our B back, like our fullback position, and he's a senior, and it's his first year playing offense, and he should have been playing offense this whole time. So he did a great job. And one of our key personnel on our offensive line is Max Mitchell. He's our returning senior. He played center for us, and he's not only just our key kind of big man up front, but he's also one of our key leaders as well. So there's a lot of names, but I always like to highlight our senior guys and the big boys.
Yeah, no doubt. How's that? I know, of course, I know your love for the offensive line there, Coach. How's that looking?
Yeah, it's we return on our offensive line and our defensive line. We return out of the those, let's say, 9 guys from O line and D line. We've returned 7 of them. So it's exciting that we have a group that's kind of been through the fire. They're coming back. So and with the option offense, it's a blessing to offensive linemen because you can create angles and you can create you kind of slow the defense down because of the reads that they have to make and be in the right spots. So I think it's going to help our O-line a ton, moving to that scheme. And then obviously with Max Mitchell anchoring it, we're going to be just fine.
Look, Coach, that triple option, I mean, you look at Georgia Tech, what they did with it, right? It seems like all the service academies run it, right? I mean, Navy,
Yes.
Army, West Point, Air Force, Citadel even run it. Kennesaw State had a great year with it. So that triple option offense, you got the guys, you got the talent. You can definitely make defenses think about what's coming on every play.
Yeah, it levels the playing field,
Yeah.
And I mean we're never going to get off the bus and win the warm up. Let's be real, So, but you are going to have to prepare every single week, and let's be real. It's high school. You only get really 3 to 4 real days with your 16 to 18-year-old high school kids. And you got to teach them, how to defend the option in 3 days. You got to teach them, all the dynamic chaos that Coach Max is going to create on defense. You got to prepare for that. And then we're going to do a lot of crazy stuff on special teams. So, you got to find a competitive advantage every Friday night to give your kids a chance to win. And we're doing that. So it's exciting, and the momentum's heading in the right way.
Every opposing coach that goes against it on Monday approaches their team just like this. We got to face that damn triple option on Friday. That's exactly what every opposing coach says.
I went to, and like when you pop the film on, you go, oh no.
You're right.
And then the other thing is too, I went to a clinic one time when Paul Johnson was at Georgia Tech, and he said, I mean, he said, and I quote at the clinic, he said, every single team in the ACC hates us because of what we
Yes.
do, you know?
Absolutely. That's absolutely drives people nuts. Here with Ted Kimmey, athletic director and head football coach at Cocoa Beach. Coach, what do you guys got? I got some other things I want to talk to you about, but what do you got planned coming up this summer?
We will do our normal workout routine. We go 3 days a week. And then we always have our flag fundraiser that we do at the end of June in preparation for the 4th of July, where we put the 10,000 flags at each of the driveways in the community. So excited for that. And then last few summers, we've gone to the Grind It Out team camp at Weber University in July. So we'll do that again this summer. The kids love it, and it's a great, chance to see some other competition.
Coach, I'm going to ask you, how do you find being an athletic director? Tell me about that responsibility. Listen, there are so many changes that are taking place, Coach, in both high school and in the world of college football that athletic directors must be abreast about. It's like the new bill that just passed, Coach. A lot of people will see that bill and they'll go, well, it's a bill that is about getting coaches more pay. But like a lot of bills that approach any house, there's a lot more to it than just that concerns high schools. So there's a lot going on for you guys right now.
I absolutely love being an athletic director. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy it. Obviously, part of it is because I'm at Cocoa Beach and the Minutemen and the tradition and the type of student athletes and coaches and community that we have. Obviously, it helps to have an amazing principal. Tim Powers, being a former head football coach in the county, like he gets it. So, and then obviously at the end of the day, I have both of my kids at Cocoa Beach. I have my son; he's a rising sophomore on the team, and my daughter, she plays volleyball, and my wife's working at the district. So we're all in. I joke with people all the time, like, I'm of course at Cocoa Beach as long as they'll have me, but definitely until my kids graduate, which isn't for the next 5 to 6 years. So I love it, man. I kind of compare being an athletic director to kind of being like a grandparent. You get all the fun stuff of building relationships with kids and seeing them succeed. And then you kind of, when you're done with the grandkid, you get to give them back to the mom and dad and not deal with all the other crazy.
Right.
So,
right.
I get to have all the fun stuff of seeing all the kids, dominate in their contests and all that stuff, and build relationships with them and celebrate with them, and then I get to let the head coaches deal with all the other craziness. But it's been amazing. I have loved it more than I realized, and like you said, it's a changing landscape, but we will navigate our way as we always do.
Speaking of changing landscape, Coach, let's go back to your football team, and you guys have made the leap to the SSAA, and every coach that I've talked to that has made this decision for their program to do this has loved it. Many of them have found success. Therefore, not just in terms of wins, Coach, but in terms of what it means for their kids to show up and have numbers that are equal to the numbers you're facing on the other sideline. And let's be honest. Where you guys were going to be in that district, the First Academy, Cocoa, Coach. I mean no disrespect when I say this, but you're building a program there.
Right.
Those are established programs that have hopes to win state championships. The playing field didn't feel fair. And I love the move you made.
Yeah, thank you. And of course, you don't want to run from competition, but you also have to consider the future of your program and what's the best path to get to where you want to go. And we did petition to go to 1A, and it didn't work out. And but at the end of the day, in the military, we always say, when I was in the Army, the Army keeps rolling along. You figure out a path, you adapt, you improvise, and you overcome. And so the SSAA has been that route for us. So we're excited for, being in a competitive league that seems to be growing every single day. And like you said, you got something to play for.
Yeah. And, I personally love the way they keep track in terms of their playoff point structure. It's the best I've ever seen. Your schedule is on the screen there. Great to see the battle for the surfboard back on the schedule again this year. You got Palm Bay, Space Coast, Bayside. You're playing plenty of Brevard County teams,
Yes,
Coach.
sir.
So that schedule looks right about in line with where your program is.
Amen. It matches exactly what we need right now against the competition that we deserve to be playing, and at the end of the day, it's I was always of the mindset, even when I was at Satellite, like you gotta in that schedule you gotta have a bulk of the county teams in there, because again, like, these kids know each other. Like, the reputations are on the line. Like, they play harder when they're playing teams that they know. So, and other players that they know as well. So we wanted a good mix and balance of all that stuff. So I think it really worked out perfectly. And like I said, couldn't be more excited for this upcoming season.
Yeah, we're Coach. We're excited, and I think that it's funny because a couple of years ago, I came over. I did quite a few Cocoa Beach games. We hadn't been over in a couple of years, spot games here and there. And then I got a really good dose of Cocoa Beach this past baseball season. I think we did like 5 or 6 games. Yep. We ended up doing 2 playoff series. And I got to tell you, Coach, I had a tremendous amount of fun. I absolutely love the direction that the entire athletic program is going. And I think you're doing a terrific job there. Where would you like? What do you have any openings? Have you filled your openings? Where are we at there?
We should be able to. We're really close on finalizing our hire for volleyball. We should get that rolling next week, which will be exciting. And other than that, we're just looking for a bowling coach. So we're in a good spot, but as you know, every day brings new excitement. So we'll see.
Yeah, adapt and overcome. Adapt and overcome. Well, Coach, let us know about that volleyball, Coach, and we'll get it out there for you. And listen, Coach, good luck. And there's your schedule once again on the screen. The Cocoa Beach Minutemen. It says as you're driving down Minutemen Causeway, you are entering Minutemen territory. And I tell you, you feel it when you get there. It's a great place to go watch a sporting event. Make sure you get over to Cocoa Beach this year. Coach, thank you for spending a couple of minutes with us, and we look forward to seeing you at whatever media day is coming up here in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Alan.
Absolutely. For head coach Ted Kimmey, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network.